Hi, and welcome back to Yoga with Jess. Today I have a Power Vinyasa Flow class for you that's designed for all levels, but I am going to be doing a few advanced modifications. Feel free to try them if you feel like challenging yourself. Otherwise, just do whatever feels good to you today. We're definitely going to work hard and sweat and play together. When you're ready, meet me on your mat. So let's begin in a tabletop position, coming onto the hands and knees, fingertips spread wide on the mat, wrists underneath the shoulders, and knees underneath the hips. So starting here with a neutral spine, grow long through the crown of the head, and on your inhale, start to lift the chest and hips up to the sky, arching the back for cow. Exhale, round the spine, coming into cat pose. Push into those palms to spread the shoulder blades wide and up to the sky, tucking the low belly in here. Inhale, coming through for cow. This is just a really good warm-up to start lubricating the spine, warming up the back. Exhaling here for cat. And just one more round at your own speed, really feeling through each part of the vertebrae, the shoulders, the hips, everything moving. Maybe rock a little bit here. And then returning back to a regular tabletop position, shift the weight into your left side and start to kick the right leg up to the sky. Bending that knee, heel reaching up, really starting to engage the glutes here. You get a nice, firm booty. Inhale, arching the back a little bit here, stretching long as you lift. And then exhale, send that leg all the way through, plant the foot in between the hands, and just take a little gentle twist over to the right. And really press down through that right foot. You'll start to feel a really nice stretch on the glutes and IT band here. And then exhale, lower, place the foot back, neutral tabletop, tuck those toes under, lift the knees to hover just about an inch off the mat as you really feel that core turning on. Pressing down through that palms, just look between the hands, pick a point on your mat to focus on. As you notice the low body really turning on here. And then exhale, lower. Untuck those toes, and let's just take a round of cat-cow to neutralize. And we'll take the other side. So this time shifting the weight into the right, start kicking that left leg up to the sky. As high as you can, really engaging the glute muscles here. Always breathing. Lifting that chest up as you lift that heel even higher. And then slowly bring it all the way through. Plant that foot in between the hands. And this time lift the left arm up to the sky for a twist. Now think about sending the outside of your left hip back towards the right heel as you push into the left foot. And then rotate the chest up to the sky here. Exhale, lower that hand down, send the knee back, tabletop position, tuck those toes again, and we'll lift to hover one more time. Really think about squeezing the belly in. We're only here for a few seconds, so see if you can focus the mind and just breathe through the discomfort. One more inhale here. And on your next exhale, straighten those legs, push the hips up to the sky, downward facing dog. Now check out your palms real quick. You want to make sure they're pressing into the mat, fingertips spread wide, and slightly rotate the hands out so your index fingers are pointing to the top of the mat. Bringing those biceps in towards the ears here, and letting the neck and shoulders relax. If you'd like to pedal out the dog for a moment here, press one heel into the mat and then the other, just really loosening up the low back and getting a nice long stretch on the back side of the legs. Inhale, rise up to the tippy toes, look between the hands. Exhale, bend those knees and step or jump forward to the front of the mat. Forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, growing long, coming up to the fingertips here. Exhale, lower all the way down, forward fold, squeezing everything in. And then inhale, come all the way up to stand. Arms touch overhead. Exhale, arms down by your side. Now standing nice and tall, we're gonna root to rise. So pressing down through those heels. Inhale, arms lift. Extension out through the rib cage here. Exhale, flat back, forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift, growing long, stretching out the back of the legs here. Exhale, plant those hands, step back, plank position. Now again, really engaging the low belly, everything squeezing in. Imagine your hands were energetically coming in towards one another, as if you'd be scrunching the mat in between your hands. That's gonna create a little resistance, really increase your tricep and bicep work. Inhale, grow long. Exhale, shift the weight forward, tuck those elbows in, and slowly lower all the way down to the mat. Untuck those toes. Inhale, rise up for cobra. Squeezing the elbows into the body here, using your back muscles to lift, pressing into the tops of the feet to lift even higher. And exhale, lower down, tuck those toes. Inhale, through plank, nice push up here, and then exhale, push back, downward facing dog. Maybe taking a moment to readjust and coming back to your breath, refocusing, recentering. Inhale, left leg lifts high. Really nice and straight here. See if you can ground down through that right heel to send the left heel even higher. On your exhale, shift the weight forward, knee to nose, rounding that spine like we just did in cat. Trying to get that heel up towards the glutes. Inhale, free that leg. Exhale, cross it over the body, send that knee up towards the right tricep. Inhale, free that leg, three-legged dog. Exhale, coming to the left tricep. Stay here, or if you'd like to practice bending the elbows, creating a little shelf and kicking that leg out in front of you, maybe you fly. Release, coming back the way you came in, and inhale, free that leg. Exhale, kick it all forward, low lunge here, and then let's drop that back knee, untuck the toes, inhale the arms up, Anjaneyasana. And really letting the breath motivate the movement here. So as you inhale, we come up, sending our heart to the sky, chest is lifted, and exhale, start to drop a little deeper into that lunge, really sending those hips forward towards the front of the mat here. Nice big stretch. Exhale, bring those hands down, come back up to a low lunge. This time we're gonna plant that back heel down at a 90-degree angle and windmill the arms up, warrior two. Nice strong arms, like one straight line here. Really bending deep into that lunge, feel the quadriceps burning. Nice 90-degree angle underneath the left leg. And tuck that tailbone under and lift tall through the body, energy shooting up the crown of the head. Warrior two. Inhale, flip that front palm, send it to the back of the mat here for reverse warrior, and take that right arm, bring it around the back, and reach for your inner thigh for a bind. Try to stay deep in that lunge here as you get a big side body stretch, and really ground through that back foot. Exhale, windmill the arms to the inside of that front leg. Right arm comes up overhead, extended side angle pose. Again, really nice extension. Fingertips all the way down the body, out the foot. Stay here, or if you'd like to try for a bind, the left arm comes underneath the thigh, right arm comes around the back, and grab for the fingertips or the wrists as you clasp, and then push up away from that thigh, lifting into this bind here. Really opening up the shoulders as you twist the chest up to the sky. Exhale, slowly release the bind, place the hand back on the mat. Inhale the arm back, side angle. And then slowly rotate down, place both hands on the mat, frame the foot, step it back to plank, and take a vinyasa. So shifting the weight forward, elbows tuck in, slowly lower down on the exhale. This time, inhale, push up to upward facing dog. thighs come off the mat. Big juicy back bend here as the chest pushes through the arms. And then exhale, push it back. Downward facing dog. Coming back to the breath here. Tucking the chin slightly here. Gaze comes up towards the belly button. So now we're gonna do the other side. Inhale, right leg lift nice and high. And again, we wanna ground through that standing leg, through that left heel, to really push the right up towards the sky, almost like a standing splits. Exhale, bring the knee to the nose, shift the weight forward into the hands, tucking into that little ball and rounding the upper back. Inhale, free that leg. Exhale, cross it over the body, knee comes to the left tricep, really shifting that weight forward, coming onto the ball or the toe of that back leg. Inhale, free that leg. Three-legged dog. Exhale, shifting the weight forward. This time, knee comes to right tricep, and either stay there or come down, create that little shelf, kick the leg out, and fly. Left elbow could be digging into the left side body here for support. And then slowly come out of it the way you came, pushing back and free that leg. Exhale, step it all the way through, low lunge. This time place the left knee down on the mat, untuck the toes, and inhale the arms up overhead, Anjaneyasana. And think about really sending that tailbone down to the mat as we lift up out of the low back, through the whole spine, and maybe take a little back bend. If you'd like to take a really deep back bend, maybe clasp the hands together and send it all the way back. Exhale, bring the hands down, come up to a low lunge, plant that heel down on the mat, 90-degree angle, and then windmill the arms up on the inhale for warrior two. Now that back foot wants to be slightly pigeon-toed in, and we're really digging into the knife edge of that left foot. Sitting up nice and tall here as we sit low into the lunge, tailbones tucked under, belly engaged. Nice deep breaths here. It's really good for the legs, nice grounding posture. Inhale, flip that front palm, send it behind you, reverse warrior. And you can take that left hand, wrap it around the back, reach for that inner thigh. Breathing nice deep breaths here. And then exhale, windmill the hand inside that right leg, coming into extended side angle on the other side. Left arm up by the ear, gaze shifting up to the sky. If you'd like to try for a bind, you can bring that left arm around the back, right arm underneath the thigh, and grabbing for the arms or wrist. Slowly start to twist that chest up to the sky here. Nice deep breaths. Hopefully you're starting to sweat as I am. And then slowly release the bind, come back into extended side angle. Inhale, swoop the arms around, come onto the ball of that back foot, and then step it back into plank, or you could take it into three-legged dog as you lower down into your vinyasa. Inhaling for up dog, thighs off the mat, pressing into the tops of those feet. And then exhale, press it back, downward facing dog. Let's take an inhale, rise up to the tippy toes. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, down. And every time you come down, see if you can get those heels a little bit closer towards the mat. Breathing as you move. Beautiful. Now let's start to walk the feet up towards the hands, coming into a forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, grow long. Exhale, lower. Now take your left foot, bring it back 3 feet behind you, and start to rotate that front foot so you're in a wide-legged forward fold. Okay, so we want to slightly pigeon toe the feet in, so the toes are a little bit more in and the heels a little bit out. And start to walk the hands underneath the shoulders, creating a nice 90-degree angle here with the arms. See if you can get the top of the head to touch the floor, maybe by widening your stance a little bit. You could also bring the hands around the outside of the heels and using your arm muscles, pull the head down and start to bend the elbows here. Prasarita Padottanasana. Now this is a really nice stretch along the back side of the legs. If your head is touching comfortably and you want to try popping up into headstand, let's give it a shot. So walk the hands back as far as they'll go, creating that shelf, and then slowly come onto the tippy toes here, lift the heels, and then placing the weight in the head, start to lift those legs off the mat. As the hips come over the shoulders, it's easier to lift the legs. Breathing here. And then slowly coming out of it the way you came, nice and easy. Lowering down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, lower. And then looking to the top of the mat, come back into a forward fold. Bring that left foot to meet the right. Forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, lower. And then with a flat back, let's swan dive all the way up to stand. Arms touch overhead. Maybe take a little back bend. And then arms to heart center. Anjali Mudra. Now pick a focal point, a drishti. Squeeze everything into the mid-body and slowly start to elevate up onto the balls of the feet. Activating those calf muscles. Core's engaged here, glutes engaged. And nice and tall, coming as high onto the toes as you can. Slowly start to squeeze the knees in as you bend and descend all the way down. Nice and slow here. Until the heels touch the hips. Now once you reach the floor, place the fingertips down and slowly roll back onto the buttocks. Grab the knees, and then we'll take a few rocks and rolls here, massaging out the spine. Oh, that feels good. And then slowly settle out of that, resting everything on the mat here. Let's place the tops of the feet down on the mat, and we're gonna take one full wheel posture, Urdhva Dhanurasana. So bend those elbows, place the hands in, move your hair out of the way. Place your hands in by the ears, and imagine you're squeezing your elbows together and squeezing the knees together as you start to press into the hands, coming onto the top of the head. Puff out those chests, lift the hips high, and then slowly press into the hands to lift all the way up. Big back bend here. Maybe work to try to straighten those legs. Nice deep breaths here. Maybe you bring one leg in and shift the weight and start to lift one leg off the mat. Whatever feels good to you today. Just really pressing into those palms to lift the chest nice and high, hips lifting. And then slowly coming out of it the way you came. Come to the top of the head first, and then round through the back, bending those knees and releasing down to the mat. Take a moment here and windshield wiper the knees left to right. Feels really good on the low back. And then we're just going to take one final twist. So scoot your hips about 2 inches over to the left. Bring the hands out to the side, and then slowly allow the knees to fall over to the right. Now, if you want a deeper twist, you could cross the left leg over the right as you fall down to the floor. And keeping both shoulders on the mat, slowly start to shift the gaze over to the left for a nice, juicy supine twist. Now, it's important after that big back bend we just did to finish your practice with a twist. Twists are really detoxifying on the spine. Imagine we're like wringing out the spine right now. So even if you have to run off to work or do your thing today, just take even a quick moment to take a final twist, as that'll help create a flexible and supple spine. All right, on your next inhale, bring the knees back to center. And this time we're gonna shift the hips a little bit over to the right, and then allowing the knees to fall over to the left. This time gaze comes over to the right. And again, if you wanted to cross for a deeper twist, you could take that right knee over the left this time. The reason why we scooch the hips 2 inches to the left or right is so that the spine can be nice and aligned when we twist. You'll notice if you don't take that 2-inch scooch that your hips will be a little bit out of place, and over time that could cause injury. So just being really cautious as we take all these amazing postures and always breathing into every posture. And on your next inhale, slowly come back to center, uncross the legs, maybe squeeze everything in, nice little ball, and then slowly kick it on out for Shavasana, final resting pose. Stay here as long as you like, but as you're ready, you can slowly sit up and carry on with your day. Thank you so much for joining me today for that power yoga workout. I hope you're feeling energized and all parts of your body are stretched and active and working. Make sure to drink extra water as you probably sweat a little bit. And if you like this video, please subscribe to Psychetruth and leave your comments and feedback below. I'd love to hear from you. Also, please check out my website, comingom.com, where you can learn more about me and my yoga practice. We'll see you soon on your mat. Namaste.